So we all know that your boss is basically the biggest determinant of your happiness in the job. When people walk away from a company, they're not saying, oh, the perks weren't right or the equity wasn't good. Oftentimes it's the Michael Scott effect. They are leaving their boss. Only problem is, how do you know if your boss is a Michael Scott before you take the job? Your boss has all these opportunities to do a background check on you, but guess what? You can do your own background check. Here's how. Let's say this sketchy guy Jeremy has offered you a job over at the Job Insiders. You're thinking about trying to figure out whether he's going to be a tyrant or a benevolent despot, and you want to figure out what it's like to work with him. Now, of course, you could reach out to someone inside that organization, and that could be a good place to start. But what if there aren't that many people there? Or what if they're not trustworthy because people don't want to, criticize where they work? Well, what you could do is two things. Number one, you could figure out where they used to work, and you could find people in those roles. So in Jeremy's case, you could say, hey, show me people on the marketing team at Khan Academy. And I think it's pretty obvious that a lot of those people will be online. And of course, you can search for current company. You can search for all filters. Marketing is in the title. And you can find the exact people who are there right now. And you can sort of cross-compare dates and times and figure out, hey, Eric worked with Jeremy over at Khan Academy, so let me reach out to Eric. However, you still may have this issue of people not really wanting to be honest about where they're working today. So what you could actually do is you could find people who used to work at Khan Academy. Watch this. Instead of doing a current search for Khan Academy, we're going to actually come over here to all filters, and we're going to do a search for past company equals Khan Academy. In other words, people who've worked at the organization and lived to tell the story. And now we can reach out to all these people who don't have anything holding them back so they can tell you the truth about their experience. And then when you reach out to these folks, don't just say, hey, is Jeremy a great guy? Instead, ask the best question of all time, the same question you get in those Net Promoter surveys, which is, would you recommend Jeremy to a friend or colleague? When you frame it that way, it often makes it more personal, more relatable, and people are more likely to give an honest answer. So bottom line, don't settle for Michael Scott, hold out for something better, and here's how to do your very own background check.